Specifically in the US, consumer confidence is in a very good place. And when consumer confidence is there, that's a leading indicator of consumer disposable spending. But we also know that the casual dining industry in the US is a very mature industry. So the way we like to approach it is, and I always tell my team, we should never assume a rising tide's going to lift our boat. This is an $80 billion highly fragmented category, okay? So there's going to be winners, and the winners are the ones that put the customer at the center and relentlessly change. And then there's going to be share losers, and we don't want to be those. Those are the ones that are stuck and continue to do what they've always done. So we don't think about it when we think about our growth prospects as being tenured or tied to whatever economy we are in, because you can buck the trend with differentiation. So a great example of that is in Brazil. Brazil is going through very, very difficult times. Our Brazil business is performing at the top of their game. Why is that in a very challenged environment that, where they have no reason to grow? It's because they provide the most unbelievable 360-degree experience to the customer, whether it's around caring, sharing, food, and differentiation. And so I think it's important to understand and have a point of view on where the global economy is going, but it's much more freeing and it's much more motivating to your organization to know that we control our destiny, okay? And if you're differentiated and that you're at the top of the game and you're willing to change and listen to the customer, growth is always there despite what the leading economic indicators say or next month's job report. I think a really big part of being a leader is demystifying failure and really teaching people that it's okay to fail, but your main responsibility is to fail faster, to have the courage to call the audible when you know it. And so I think as we talk about mentorship and teaching, it's much more important to talk about real examples of where you failed. I'm CEO of Bloomin Brands. Is it really helpful for me to talk to the troops about the successes I had? They probably know that I've had some business success. What's much more instructive is to talk about the failures that I had and I'm still here. Think about it. If you're not comfortable talking about your failures, right? What's the likelihood that you're going to mentor and coach and nurture an environment where people feel the freedom to take chances to come out with the big ideas? I always say to our leaders, if we want more risk-taking in our organization, we better go first. We better demystify failure. The first thing I look for, whether you're hiring in R&D, whether you're hiring finances, I'm looking for that nimble, agile leader who is capable of figuring it out as they go along. I'm looking for resilience. So I'm really looking for someone that is comfortable in their own skin, knows what they don't know, is comfortable admitting failure, is comfortable reaching out and being collaborative, because I know they're the person that's going to do the right thing regardless of whether they have to make a decision that makes their prior thinking look bad. That's what I'm looking for, and that's the kind of skill set you hire for. It's also, you also want that balance of the head and the heart, or the art and the science. Where does technology come in? We've invested a lot of money in technology and digital and have completely rebuilt out the team and doubled our investment that year, and that's going to continue to go. Because obviously data and technology tells you so much about customer behavior and what they're doing. And you walk in the door and we can know, hello John, hello Susan, nice to see you. We know you like to sit over here, and we've taken the liberty of putting your preferred drink on the table. That's all really important. And there's a way, when you map out the customer journey and the customer experience in casual dining, you have to figure out where technology can and should play a part. But there's a big watch out. People go and dine out in restaurants, okay, for the personal and the human element. Nobody wants to feel like they've got a dossier on you in the back and that they're literally ticking through everything. That's very intimidating. They want to feel like they're having that discussion in that moment with you. So we use technology and we use data exactly where we think it can eliminate consumer dissatisfiers. Last year we launched an app that said, you can put my name on the wait list and when I get there, seat me. That's much different than using data for the sake of data and overprocessing it. So I think that anything that makes you smarter about your customer allows you to make it more personal. Here's what I learned, is that success will only come, and personal fulfillment will only come through the honest intersection between what you're good at and what you love. And you gotta keep that compass, because you are gonna be vulnerable to chasing what's trendy or what's sexy. You're gonna find yourself at the dinner party when everyone's talking about the latest startup and you're feeling really wonderful about re-engineering an old business or an old economy, right? The reality is that I do love technology and I absolutely have a comfort level there, but what really gets me fired up is consumer experiences. Not in technology. I certainly want technology to further that, but that's my passion.